Here we are in Max 2011. The first thing we'll do is import our model. And once we have our model in there, we can start a low resolution model. One thing I'd like to talk about immediately is the normal maps and the UV layouts. Tip here, it's really important to hide your seams as much as possible, because the way normal maps are being done, it's still not as good as we hope it will be in the near future. Wherever there is a seam in your UV layout, the normal maps don't do well. They actually create a little divide there. It just doesn't do well. It's pretty difficult to touch that up as well. So if you are doing a head, it's really important to hide your seaming under the chin, in the back of the head, and try to leave the front of the character, the neck, as clean as possible, so that you don't have some disappointing artifact from that. So once we have our low poly model in here, the first thing that we're going to do to apply our texture maps and our normal maps is go up here to the material editor. You can see my texture maps already in there. So let's go down to maps. Let's go down to maps, where we will now apply our bump map. So right in here, we'll create normal map. This will give us the parameters interface for normal map. And I'm not sure. I continue to get this sort of bug, so if you get it, all you need to do is bring up your window, and I just grab the normal map, and let's go ahead and drop that right on there. And it seems to work fine after that. So when we are in our interface, we want to make sure that this checkbox is checked, and you go back up to the parent, and you can also bump this up. I'm going to take it way up so you can see a dramatic change in this model. Once we have that, we can turn on our hardware shading under Views, Show Materials and Viewport Hardware, and right away we see the effects of our normal map here in our viewport. In future segments, we'll talk about how to set up our lighting and rendering for rendering out good looking normal maps for our portfolio.